National Board of Revenue NBR's intelligence cell detects assets earned with 40,000 crore taka smuggled from Bangladesh in 7 cities of 5 countries. The 3-day stakeholders dialogue on resolving Rohingya crisis concludes in Cox's Bazar with a visit to Rohingya camp. Witness testimonies resume on September 1 against Sheikh Hasina and 2 others in case of crimes against humanity during July mass uprising. Review hearing regarding reinstatement of caretaker government during elections resumes tomorrow in Supreme Court's Appellate Division. Re-excavation work of Shubodha Canal begins in Keraniganj, government taking a strict stance against illegal occupation. Campaign for Daksu elections begin. Dhaka University Metro Rail Station to remain closed on September 8 and 9. Army to be stationed at various important locations. 75 more Palestinians, including 17 aid seekers, killed in Gaza in Israeli attacks in 24 hours. Israelis protesting by blocking various roads leading to Tel Aviv, demanding release of hostages. And Liverpool beat Newcastle by 3-2 goals in English Premier League football. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to News at 10. I am Ruya Zabin. You have just heard the headlines. Now news in details. The Central Intelligence Cell CIC of the National Board of Revenue NBR has traced assets worth nearly taka 40,000 crore smuggled out of Bangladesh and built in various countries. According to CIC Director General Ahsan Habib, these illegal assets were uncovered during investigations conducted from January of this year until now in 7 cities across 5 countries. He informed Chief Advisor Professor Mohammad Yunus of the findings. In addition, 352 passports have been detected in 9 countries, which some Bangladeshis obtained in exchange for money. Analysts said the findings proved the scale of massive looting that took place under the previous fascist government. So far, CIC's investigation has identified 346 properties abroad registered under individual and institutional names through money laundering from Bangladesh. Work is underway to confiscate these properties and bring them under Bangladesh's control, as well as to ensure punishment for those involved in the laundering. Reports also state that individuals tied to this money laundering had, during Sheikh Hasina's regime, placed their own people inside the central bank's database management system to manipulate records and erase crucial information. Analysts emphasize that these looters must be brought under the law. After receiving a detailed report, the chief advisor said that proper measures must be taken to identify and prosecute those involved in money laundering through coordinated efforts of the Anti-Corruption Commission, CIC, CID of police and other relevant authorities. He stressed that an example must be set so that in the future no one dares to loot the nation's wealth and build assets abroad. On the concluding day of the 3-day international stakeholders dialogue on the Rohingya crisis, foreign diplomats, representatives from UN agencies and international organizations, as well as leaders from Bangladeshi political parties, visited Rohingya camps at Ukhia in Cox's Bazar today. During the visit, the delegates closely observed the Rohingyas' living conditions, healthcare services, education, food distribution, and other humanitarian assistance activities. They particularly inspected the World Food Programme WFP food distribution centers, hospitals, and the UNHCR sanitary napkin production facility. The delegates spoke directly with Rohingya families and listened to their daily challenges, prolonged uncertainty, and expectations for the future. Foreign diplomats and international agencies' representatives praised Bangladesh's extraordinary role in addressing the Rohingya crisis, describing it as a global humanitarian challenge. They observed that the coordinated and effective efforts by the international community for the safe and sustainable return of the Rohingyas are now the demands of time. The Office of the High Representative for the Rohingya issue and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs jointly organized the three-day event titled Stakeholders Dialogue, Takeaway to the High-Level Conference on the Rohingya Situation at a Hotel Baywatch in Cox's Bazar, with the aim of engaging global stakeholders to find out solutions to the protracted Rohingya crisis. Today marks the 9th day of witness testimony in the Crimes Against Humanity case filed over the July-August mass uprising case, deposed Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and two others. The two other accused in the case are former Home Minister Asaduzzaman Khan Kamal and former Inspector General of Police Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun. The testimony began at International Crimes Tribunal 1, headed by its chairman, Justice Muhammad Ghulam Murtaza Majumdar. Two other members of the tribunal are Justice Shofiul Alam Mahmood and Justice Mohitul Haq Inam Chaudhry. In the first half of the day, the tribunal completed the deposition and cross-examination of three witnesses. Earlier in the morning, one of the accused, former IGP Chaudhry Abdullah Al Mamun, was produced before the tribunal. The Appellate Division of the Supreme Court today concluded the review hearing on several petitions filed by BNP, Jamaat-e-Islami, Sushashoner Jonno Nagorik and others seeking reconsideration of the verdict that abolished the caretaker government system. The next hearing will be held tomorrow. The hearing took place in the Appellate Division bench led by Chief Justice Syed Rifat Ahmed in the morning. Earlier on 21st of August, the Appellate Division had set today for hearing the review petitions regarding the verdict abolishing the caretaker government system. 25 newly appointed additional judges of the High Court Division of the Supreme Court have taken oath. Chief Justice Dr. Syed Rifat Ahmed administered the oath to the new judges today at the Judges' Lounge of the Supreme Court. In consultation with the Chief Justice, President Mohammad Shahabuddin appointed 25 additional judges yesterday. Following the appointments, the Law Ministry issued a Gazette notification. According to the notification, the 25 judges have been appointed as additional judges of the High Court Division for a maximum period of 2 years, effective from the date of oath. Their names have been sent to the Law Ministry from the Supreme Court. The oath-taking ceremony was conducted by Supreme Court Registrar Justice Muhammad Muazzem Hussain. Judges of the Supreme Court and High Court Division, the Chairman of Bangladesh Bar Council, the President of the Supreme Court Bar Association, and others were present on the occasion. Ahead of the 13th parliamentary election, the Election Commission hearings on claims and objections regarding the re-demarcation of parliamentary constituencies was held for the Dhaka region on the third day today. The hearing was held at Agargaon Nirbachon Bhavan Auditorium with CEC AMM Nasiruddin in the chair. EC senior officials, including 4 election commissioners, were present at the hearing conducted by Senior Secretary of Election Commission Akhtar Ahmed. In the first half of the day, hearing of Manikganj 1, 2, 3, Munshiganj 1, 2, 3, Ghazipur 2 and 6, Norshingdi 3, 4, 5 and Narayanganj 3, 4 and 5 constituencies were held. Later, hearing on claims and objections of Dhaka 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 14, 15, 16, 18 and 19 constituencies were held. During the hearing, the petitioners and the lawyers presented their claims and objections regarding the re-demarcation of boundaries of the parliamentary constituencies. The EC heard the statements from both the sides regarding claims and objections and assured to resolve neutrally as per laws and regulations. According to EC sources, on the third day of the series of hearing today, 50 petitions were received in favor and 259 petitions were received against. As of August 10, 1,760 claims and objections regarding the boundaries of a total of 83 constituencies have been submitted to the Election Commission. The Election Commission will announce the final boundaries after resolving those. The work of the first phase of the re-excavation project of the historic Shubhadra Canal in Dhaka's Keraniganj has begun. Environment Advisor Sayyeda Rizwana Hassan inaugurated the re-excavation work this morning. The 19th Engineering Construction Battalion of the Bangladesh Army is carrying out the re-excavation work. At the inaugural ceremony, the Water Resources and Environment Advisor said that the concrete embankments would be built on both sides of the canal to prevent illegal encroachment. At the same event, the Home Advisor, Lieutenant General retired Jahangir Alam Chaudhry, instructed the police to take strict action against illegal occupiers. In a significant gesture of humanitarian support, China handed over a large consignment of emergency flood rescue equipment to Bangladesh Red Crescent Society (BDRCS) to enhance the country's disaster response capabilities. The formal handover ceremony took place at BDRCS National Headquarters in Dhaka today. Chinese ambassador to Bangladesh, Yao Wen, officially handed over the equipment to BDRCS in presence of senior government and Red Crescent officials. Disaster Management and Relief Advisor Farooq-e-Azam, B. Pratik, attended the event as the chief guest, with BDRCS Chairman, Major General retired Professor Dr. Muhammad Azizul Islam in the chair. Disaster Management and Relief Advisor emphasized on the importance of international cooperation in disaster preparedness. Special Assistant to Chief Advisor on Health Affairs, Professor Dr. Sayyedur Rahman has said internationally recognized drug pricing system will be implemented in the country's market. He said this while exchanging views with the newsmen at Abu Said Convention Center at Shahbag in the capital this afternoon. Professor Dr. Sayyedur Rahman further said that to ensure the availability of medicines, the interim government wants to set the price of medicines for the common people based on the opinions of the world experts in the market, while allowing for reasonable and fair profit margins. Health Secretary Mohammad Sayyedur Rahman and Director General of Health Directorate Professor Muhammad Abu Zafar were present on the occasion. The formal campaign of Dhaka University's Central Student Union DAKSU election has been started today. The Bangladesh Army will be deployed as a striking force at key points to ensure the smooth conduction of the election. In addition, ballot boxes will remain under Army supervision until the results are announced. Chief Election Commissioner Professor Joshimuddin disclosed this information today at a discussion meeting on the Election Code of Conduct with contesting candidates for various posts of DAKSU held at Nawab Ali Chaudhry Senate Bhavan of Dhaka University. He said no outsiders will be allowed in residential halls from 7 days prior to the election. On the polling day, only valid voters will be allowed to remain on campus. To prevent outsiders from entering the Dhaka University metro station will remain closed on September 8 and 9, he further said. He said that the results of each polling center will be announced from that respective center. As a result, before the official announcement, students will be able to get an unofficial idea of the overall outcome by compiling the results from all centers. Professor Joshimuddin also stated that candidates will not be allowed to carry out any campaign that disrespects the Liberation War or marches of 1971 and 2024. Now, international news.